This question is in backdrop of Russia-Ukraine war. The question is on ethical issues involved in initiation and continuation of war, especially in context of Russia-Ukraine war. First we read the question. Russia and Ukraine war has been going on for the last 7 months. Different countries have taken independent stands and actions keeping in view their own national interests. We are all aware that war has its own impact on different aspects of society, including human tragedy. What are those ethical issues that are crucial to be considered while launching the war and its continuation so far? Illustrate with justification the ethical issues involved in the given state of affair. So basically, this question is about ethical issues involved in initiation and continuation of war, especially in context of Russia-Ukraine war. Now, let's see the answer. Following ethical issues should be considered while launching the war and its continuation. First ethical issue to be considered is this war for a just cause? War should be for a just cause. There should be some morally justifiable cause for initiating war. Russia initiated this war. Russian act may be justified from Russian perspective due to Ukraine's inclination toward NATO and its possibility of becoming NATO member in near future, which was a threat to Russia. Second ethical issue is what is intention behind the war? War should be waged with the right intention. War should not be waged to win over territory of other country, but should be restricted to correct the wrong done by the attacked country. In the present case, the intention of Russia should have been to end the influence of NATO in Ukraine and not to grab the territory of Ukraine. But Russia is invading the territory of Ukraine, which is ethically wrong. And the third ethical issue is what is proportion of gain and loss in war? Gain in war should be at least proportional to harm caused by the war. Use of force should be proportional to the threat or resistance faced. This war has united the enemies of Russia. NATO is helping Ukraine to fight against Russia. Although Russia has captured Ukraine's territory, but it could not neutralize the threat of NATO. So the proportion of gain and loss in war does not seem in favor of Russia. Secondly, the level of artillery and the force used by Russia is far excess of required. Russia is using force not to warn or pressurize Ukraine but to capture territory. Sanctions on Russia are also going to have impact in long run. Fourth ethical issue is, which is very important, targeting of non-combatant or innocent unarmed civilians. Only military of enemy should be targeted and not the civilians. Russian forces are targeting not only the Ukraine's military but innocent unarmed civilians too. This is ethically wrong. Another very important ethical issue is what about human rights violations? Due to war, civilians are also killed. Often, enemy armed forces brutally deal with enemy countries' civilians. The civilians are displaced, they lose their livelihood. All these should be considered. Citizens of Ukraine have been displaced to refugee camps in neighboring countries. They have lost their homes and livelihood. There are news of brutal rape of Ukraine's women by Russian forces. There is serious violation of human rights violations which cannot be justified. Another thing is what is the exit strategy to end the war and restore the peace? See, Russia initiated this war, but at present Russia seems to have no exit strategy. And the next important ethical issue is what will be long-term impact of war on people. See, this war is going to have long-term impact on both the countries. Ukraine cities have been badly destroyed. A large population of Ukraine had to leave their homes. They have taken shelter in refugee camps in neighboring countries. Children have lost their education. People have no livelihood means to earn for their family. Even due to sanctions on Russia, several multinational companies have left Russia, which has increased unemployment in Russia. Although the cause for initiation of war is in favor of Russia, but Russia cannot be justified on other ethical issues. Role of NATO nations also cannot be justified. Instead of ending war, through dialogue, they are fueling the war by giving weapons to Ukraine.